A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News here on TV1. I am Shanjaram Path. Let's start off to look at your headlines.
Multiple protests obstruct the Anuradhapura and Putlam main road. Presidency will send to leave for Russia tomorrow on an invitation extended by President Putin. Another army intelligence officer arrested in connection to the assault of journalist Keith Noah. Court rejects bail application of MP Vimal Veeravansa. Car bomb kills at least 23 in South Baghdad.
Now for a look at those stories in detail. Parents of students of the Maningamo Primary School staged a demonstration today while obstructing the Vilachia and Tantri Male main roads in Anuradhapura today.
The protest was staged demanding for a solution to the teacher scarcity at the Maningamo Primary School. The protesters say even though the relevant authorities have been informed of the crisis, no solution has been provided. The parents claim that the shortage of teachers at the school has hampered their children's education. Heavy traffic congestion was reported on the Anuradhapura-Vilachia main road as a result of the protest. The protesters say they will continue with the demonstration until a solution is provided by the Provincial Director of Education.
A group of private bus employees staged a demonstration while obstructing the Colombo-Anuradhapura main road in the Putlam second milepost area. The protest is being staged in opposition to the high traffic fines being charged by the Putlam police. The protesters say the police charge overcrowded buses a fine of 1,000 rupees per passenger. The private bus employees said a bus which was transporting 30 extra passengers was charged a fine of 30,000 rupees today. The Putlam police said transporting an excessive number of passengers in semi-luxury buses is an offence. However, the police rejected claims that large fines are being charged. President Maithripala Sirisena will depart for Russia tomorrow based on an official invitation extended by President Vladimir Putin.
This is the first occasion on which a Sri Lankan head of state is visiting Russia following Prime Minister Sirimavo Bandaranaike's visit to Moscow in 1974. The visit will also coincide with celebrations to mark the 60th anniversary of bilateral relations between Russia and Sri Lanka. President Maithripala Sirisena will meet with President Vladimir Putin on the 23rd of this month. The discussions are expected to focus on improving bilateral trade as well as long-term relations between the two countries. Agreements relating to the field of fisheries, tourism, science and technology as well as education will be inked during the official visit. 5 cabinet ministers including Minister of Foreign Affairs Mangala Samaravira will accompany President Sirisena on his tour to Russia.
The Criminal Investigations Department has arrested another member of the Army Intelligence in connection to the assault on journalist Keith Noah. The police headquarters said the suspect was arrested around 9:35 last night. The 34-year-old Army Intelligence officer is a resident of Menuangoda. Journalist Keith Noah was assaulted on the 22nd of May 2008. A number of Army Intelligence officers were previously arrested in connection with the assault on journalist Keith Noah and are in remand custody. Newsfirst launched Gum at the Medical today in order to aid those who have been affected by the dengue epidemic in the Kenya area in Trincomalee. The Gum at the Medical teams departed Colombo this morning with the intention of providing much-needed aid to those who have been affected. The Newsfirst team has already reached its destination and will be providing aid to residents of 5 Grama Niladhar divisions in Kenya. So far this year, the dengue epidemic has claimed the lives of 12 persons from Kenya alone. The case pertaining to the killing of 2 persons opposite the Balapitia court on the 2nd of February last year was taken up once again yesterday. At the hearing, former LTTE member Joseph Kennedy, who was remanded in connection with the incident, was ordered to be further remanded until the 27th of March. The order was issued by the Balapitia Chief Magistrate. Well, still in local news, the principal of the Balangoda Mavela College claims that a plot of land belonging to the school has been forcefully acquired by an individual.
EAD Sunil said the individual in question has removed all the manure cultivation by the students on the plot of land to cultivate his own goods. The principal added that the individual had attempted to attack him when he tried to speak with him over the matter. An outside person has forcefully entered the school and destroyed the goods cultivated by the students. When I spoke to him, he tried to attack me. Our correspondent said the principal has made a written complaint to the Minister of Education of the Sabragama province, Prabhat Banu. Following a media briefing held yesterday, the provincial minister expressed the following views to News First. At the previous coordinating committee, we made a clear decision with regard to the Marvel School to file cases against all illegal residents and remove them from those lands. Thereby notices will be issued to the individual within this month and will be removed from that land. We have vested this task on the Balangoda Educational Zone. The divisional secretary decided to take legal action in this regard.
A meeting was held between the Minister of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, Mahinda Amarveera, and representatives of the Norwegian government yesterday.
We hope to recommence research regarding our marine resources after many years. We will be utilizing Norwegian vessels for this purpose. The Norwegian government has decided to provide the services of the frigate Nelson for Sri Lanka in 2018. This is a great opportunity for us to assess the marine resources that the country possesses. There were charges that the Sri Lankan Navy shot at an Indian fisherman. We conducted 2 separate investigations. I have received one report that it does not note that our Navy was involved in this incident. We will inform the Indian central government in this regard as well. Our Navy is a very disciplined military force. They do not go against orders and they do not act on their own. Following the second report, we will reveal everything.
The inauguration ceremony of the 3rd Research and Development Study Symposium 2017 was held at the BMICH in Colombo yesterday. The symposium, which was held in line with World Water Day, was organized by the National Water Supply and Drainage Board.
When you are a monopoly, you tend to be a little complacent. So in this country, most of our public utilities are monopolies. We tend to be very, very complacent. And that complacency need to change. Changes are necessary in order to remain effective. If you even talk about tariff change, there will be resistance from the public, from the media. But then, inevitably, we need to understand that an institution, even if it's a monopoly, even if it is state-owned, needs to be efficient and self-sustaining, particularly when we hold the monopoly, when we are state-sponsored, and then we don't get constrained by competition.
That wraps up Lunchtime News. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Shahin Jarampati. Take care.